So this will be my first look at Rashod Bateman's debut game, and we're just going to go through this chronologically in terms of the plays, except for the first play. This first play is going to be very interesting. I'm going to cover it twice. This is our RPO set when we have twins to our left and the back on the same side, and there's going to be a mesh by Lamar. The Chargers are in the perfect call for this in terms of stopping the slant to Marquise Brown or the RPO, the pass element of the RPO to Brown. But that's not what this is. This is to Bateman, who's the #1 receiver. This brings a new element into play in terms of how teams are going to defend us because he is so physical. He kind of reminds me of Sammy Watkins in the sense that he runs almost every route in the route tree. Now, not in this game necessarily. Of course, it's a great slap spin move and then a little juke to pick up the first down. I think he had 3 first down catches in the game. The last 2 years, this next route has been one that's primarily been run by Marquise Brown. They reversed the order here. Bateman is the #1 receiver. Brown is on the line as #2. Brown's going to run this like clear out route, and Bateman's going to run the dig underneath. Of course, this is the pick to the backside inside linebacker that Lamar admitted he didn't see it. This ball's got to be thrown like pretty much almost now, or maybe in the next step for Bateman. Lamar maybe didn't identify the coverage, or maybe he was looking at something else. Just split-second decision, or split-second lack of a decision, I guess I should say, and he ends up throwing a pick. And he's pretty pissed at the end of the play, as well as he should be, because that could have been a big play for Bateman, obviously. These next couple plays give you a good idea of what I mean when I say that he's capable of running every route in the route tree. They use him on these snag routes or these hook routes with someone running into the flats underneath of him, and he's really good. He's got great hands, other than obviously the drop later on in the game. But you see here he's hooking up in the hook and then to curl zone, and then someone is flashing underneath. In this case, it's Marquise Brown, and this inside linebacker doesn't expand quickly enough, I guess you should say. I can't recall if that one was a first down or really or just close and kind of short. I know this one was a first down. It was like a 3rd and 4. Bateman is the outside receiver in a bunch right set, and he's going to make a somewhat contested catch, or he's going to get collisioned, I should say, as the ball arrives. Lamar looks to him immediately. He just runs an out to the sticks, so to the 42 or 41 here, and makes a nice catch and holding on to the ball. I think he's going to be an excellent addition to what we have, and when we bring Sammy Watkins back, it's almost like we have too many talented guys, which is not possible. You want as much talent as you can. Some spacing type concepts there by the Ravens with Andrews, Brown, and Bateman. Interesting to me that they put Bateman over there with him. 3 really dangerous and capable guys all lined up together. I don't think we've had 3 guys like this that are so young in a very long time. Actually, I should say ever. In Ravens history, we've never had 3 offensive receivers this talented. So same concept as earlier, except now the flat route is Ricard. There's a little angled hook by Bateman, and Lamar has to hesitate because I think a DN gets his hand in the window, so he kind of double pumps, and then Bateman slides over to the open space. You can see there's Ricard running the flat route, and Tomlinson, the tight end on that side, was running a corner route just to try to pull someone away and create space for Bateman. Here's the end zone angle. You'll get a better view of it. There's the routes. Tomlinson's going to clear out, or try to clear out that inside linebacker somewhat. Ricard's going to run to the flats and take the outside linebacker Bosa with him. You see Lamar has to pump fake even though Bateman was open because there's a DN's hand in the window. And then Bateman just does a nice job. He's very savvy. I mean, to me, he reminds me of Watkins or Anquan Bolden, guys that are really savvy and slick. And you can see the nice catch with the linebacker's hand right there in the window. I know he drops the last pass I'm going to show you, but really, really excited about how well this guy catches the ball. Having said that, obviously this last one, the drop that turns into an interception, this is the softest coverage he saw all day, I guess, other than the first play that I showed you. It's a nice little putting his outside foot in the ground and then pushing off. He's wide open. It's a ball that he's going to catch probably 99 times out of 100, if you ask me. This inside linebacker ends up being very fortunate to get his 2nd interception of the day. One thing I do want to say about Bateman is I think he's going to run deeper routes, but initially I would look for him to be running these underneath and short routes, especially with what we're using Marquise Brown to do. So here's the end zone angle. You see that ball's delivered perfectly by Lamar, and Lamar reacted in a more angry fashion to his own mistake than he did Bateman's. He kind of shrugged this one off. Last point, go back to the first play I showed you. This is the RPO concept. We are going to put teams in tremendous conflict now if we have a guy outside here who can make moves like this. Not that Sammy Watkins couldn't. So basically the Chargers are in a great call. They slid this guy and blitzed him off the edge. Lamar takes a hell of a shot, by the way. They take away the RPO with the safety dropping down. But numbers-wise, we're going to create issues, and here's what I mean. there's the edge blitzer that's going to knock Lamar in the mouth. But numbers-wise, they're going to have to keep people over here to account for our two guys because of the types of routes we're running. Brown running these vertical routes means they're going to have to keep a safety deep in the middle of the field. A guy outside like Bateman who can win on ones and make people miss is going to cause further problems. They're not going to be able to defend us with two. They've got three. If you count the edge rusher, they've got four guys backside, meaning where Brown, Bateman, and then Lamar who's delivering the football. So numbers-wise, that's going to give us an advantage to the other side in the run game, which we know we had on Sunday. Look, I think Bateman's going to bring multiple elements to this offense, and when Watkins comes back, I really don't know how teams are going to defend us. Let me know what you guys think of my breakdown and Bateman's performance on Sunday.